Welcome to Comics on a Pyre, a channel to have a meaningful conversation over movies, life, books, and shows, and maybe just a spot to spend time BSing over comics. If you like your entertainment with a bit of substance, then you, my vagabond friend, have come to the right tavern. Tether your horse by the post and come right on in and warm yourself by the fire. Tap that subscribe button, and for the next few minutes, my fellow George Carlin reprobate, lend me your ear. After watching the ABC trailer for the new television show Stumptown, I was interested in reading the comic book miniseries that inspired the show. After all, Greg Rucka is a legend in the comic book industry, having written for both DC and Marvel, as well as other lesser known publishers such as Image and Vertigo. What I always remember him for is his work on DC's Batman and Gotham Central. The later he was not only nominated multiple times for an Eisner Award for, but he actually won. So I would imagine the transition from Cape detective crime fighter vigilante to street level PI investigating cases for a fee would not be that hard of a transition. What I got was pretty much what I expected, which was a good thing. Before I begin to talk about the comic, I want to throw out one disclaimer. I've never seen the television show, so there will be no comparison or spoiler in this review/overview. With that said, let's begin. I read the first volume, published by Omni Press, that ran 4 issues and debuted way back in October 2009. It's a modern day detective story that takes place in Portland, Oregon. The main protagonist is a PI by the name of Dexedrine C. Parios, or whatever. But everyone just calls her Dex. And boy, she sure is a shit show. I don't know why she is running around trying to solve other people's problems, trying to help them put their life together when she is such a mess. Right from the opening page, you see her gambling, and then immediately you find out that she has run up a mighty hefty tab to some people you certainly don't want to owe money to. But lucky for her, the owner of the casino needs the assistance of someone with her particular set of bloodhound skills. For an even exchange, Dex's debt will be considered paid in full for services rendered in an attempt to find the owner's lost granddaughter. Therein starts the mystery that will take us through all 4 issues. The story is good and will keep your interest until the end, but I wouldn't say it was great. It feels like just what it turned out to be, an episode in a television series. Not like a true crime movie made on a modest budget. And if you accept it for what it is, it will be an enjoyable read. Don't get me wrong, I am not downplaying this comic by any means. It has all the fundamental elements to make a promising series. Let's start with Dex. She is a drinker, smoker, degenerate gambler who seems to play both sides of the fence when it comes to her sexuality, if you know what I mean. Dexedrine doesn't have much in the way of money. She drives a shitty car that runs only some of the times, and she has little in the way of worldly possessions. But what she does have in personality, she more than makes up for in material things. She is funny, quick-witted, and sarcastic. Can fight, knows how to handle herself, and has excellent detective skills, which is made up of little more than a keen eye, a stubborn bull persistence, and a true desire, I would say, need to know the details once she gets a whiff of some information. You could tell she is street smart because she is always looking at her surroundings, sweeping her eyes over the environment, realizing what's missing and what is there. And she has a good heart because she lovingly takes care of her younger brother, who I think has Down syndrome. But what I think people will like most about her is that even though she at times walks the line between right and wrong, she has her own set of rules that she lives by, and she would not break them. When she takes a case on, she sees it to the end. honoring her agreement, even though the ones she is working with may be some unscrupulous people. Well, there you go. My 2 cents. If you like crime detective comics, then give this one a try. And then maybe check out the television show. It looks funny, though normally not my cup of tea. Until then, check out my comic YouTube channel, Comics on the Pyre, for other videos like this one. Tap on that bell icon before you go. And oh yes, as always, until next time, keep reading, my friends.